I see shoppers pretty frequently talk about either being deactivated or just having a general fear of getting deactivated. And I want to talk a little bit about that today, about what steps you can take to prevent your account from being deactivated and what you can do if you have already been deactivated. So I'm sure if you've clicked on this video and you are currently trying to get your account back, you're looking for a quick solution, and I'm going to give that to you very fast. So I've actually partnered with Covert for this video. Covert does a couple of things that are beneficial for people who have had their accounts deactivated. So the first thing is that they have partnered with a legal team who will write a deactivation letter on your behalf if you've been wrongfully deactivated. They also offer what they call an income guarantee, and Covert will replace 80% of your lost income if your account is temporarily deactivated, and that money you don't have to pay back. Now, I did reach out to them because I was curious to see if they would allow you to use any of those benefits if you sign up with Covert after you've already been deactivated. I honestly expected the answer to be no, but I was pleasantly surprised because I did find out that if you've been deactivated, you sign up for Covert, you can actually use their legal team to write the deactivation letter on your behalf, which I think that's just going to look so much more professional. And I think it's likely that you get a better response and maybe a quicker response than if you were try to handle it yourself. So there's that. As far as the income guarantee, that is something that you can only use if you were a member of Covert before you were deactivated. I think that's incredibly fair, because I'm sure most of you know, with most places that offer benefits like this, they generally won't let you claim anything that happened in the past. I'll leave my link down below, and that link is actually going to get you your first month free. So while I was doing my research, I noticed there are two main reasons for why people get deactivated. I'm sure there are other situations, but these are the main two that I kept running across. And the first one is customers claiming that you didn't deliver their order. Unfortunately, I feel like this happens somewhat regularly, and it's kind of a scam. So if you don't already know about this, a customer may file a claim and say that they never received their order. And a lot of times this is just a customer that's trying to get their groceries for free, unfortunately. But there are a couple of things that you can do to kind of combat that and protect yourself. And the first thing that I would recommend doing, and I've mentioned this before, is get yourself the timestamp app. So the timestamp app is a photo app where when you deliver, you take a photo of the groceries sitting on their porch. Also, if you can get their address included in that photo, that would be beneficial too. But the timestamp app actually has their address displayed right on the screen for you. So you have that photo, you can save that photo. Someone else mentioned in my Instacart shoppers Facebook group that they had their account temporarily deactivated and they had a mileage tracker. So their mileage tracker showed exactly the route that they took, and it showed that they were basically at this person's house. So I mean, that alongside with photos, you also have your receipt. So you can hold on to your receipts. You should hold on to your receipts. And I would say maybe for at least a month, just to kind of protect yourself that extra level. So if somebody does make a claim against you saying that they didn't have their groceries delivered, you have, several different ways to prove that you actually did deliver their groceries, obviously. I think the mileage tracker is something that I wouldn't have thought about, and that's actually another thing that Covert offers. The second reason that I saw people were getting deactivated is because they were shopping with someone else. So I know a lot of Instacart shoppers do this. They bring along friends or family to help them out. But just keep in mind, Instacart does not allow that unless they are an approved Instacart shopper. So I even read in somebody's post, they said they were deactivated because it was a woman they were both Instacart shoppers, a woman and her husband. They were on her husband's account, but she went and delivered the groceries to the porch, and the customer evidently made a report saying that her groceries were delivered by a woman, not a man. If I were you, I personally don't shop with anyone else. I don't want to split my money with anyone else, so I don't really understand the purpose. I don't think it's really going to speed you up that much. So, but I mean, do what you want, but I would just, you know, go do your own shopping. I'm sure there are a lot of other things that can get you deactivated, but those are the two main ones that I was seeing. Of course, you want to play by the rules. You want to provide good customer service. You want to make good replacements, refund items when you can't find good replacements, all that jazz. I'm sure you're probably already aware of this, but Instacart does not want you using someone else's account. That, and I think that kind of ties into the fact that they don't want you shopping with someone else. I'm going to guess that's probably because of their background check process. So they want everyone that's working for them to have a background check, and you obviously, if you've had the background check and passed it, you should be able to get your own account. Or maybe you're not of age. Maybe it's someone underage trying to use their Instacart account. That's also going to get you deactivated. And that kind of brings me into a scam that I've heard about, I've been hearing about for a little while, that I feel like I want to briefly touch on just so you can be aware of. I think there might be multiple different scams just because Instacart got so popular so fast. I think it kind of brought out like the hackers and scammers out of the woodwork. There have been several different instances that I've seen, and I think it's even different scams, but one of them is somebody reaches out to you, gets your account info, and then starts using your account, and they might even sign into your account and go do a grocery shop and then keep all the groceries for themselves. And then that's all under your name, and obviously that's something that's probably going to get you deactivated. So just keep in mind that Instacart will never ask you for your account access information via phone, email, or text. So if anyone's ever reaching out to you asking you for any of your personal information, and even if it doesn't seem fishy, because I think some of these scammers have gotten kind of good to where it looks like a legitimate Instacart email, or it seems like a legitimate call from an Instacart representative. I don't think Instacart, first of all, I don't think Instacart calls their shoppers that often, or maybe never. I don't think I've ever been called by Instacart. I'm not sure. I don't even know if that's a thing that they do. I kind of think that they don't do it. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I'm just kind of guessing, but if anybody ever calls you, emails you, sends you a text asking for information, what I would do is contact Instacart yourself and ask them if that's actually information they need. I mean, if you think that you are potentially withholding information from them that they're asking for, you can always say, hey, I'm not comfortable giving it to you through this channel. I'll contact Instacart directly. So yeah, I mean, just protect yourself. Be careful. Watch what you're doing. So if you're ever deactivated and you decide that you want to try to handle it yourself, what I would do is, first of all, I think Instacart normally sends an appeal letter. So go ahead and make that appeal, state your case, try to show as much evidence or proof of you being in the right as possible. And then also make sure that you are talking in a professional tone. So whoever you're talking to on the other end, they probably didn't personally deactivate you. They're probably following some protocol. Instacart in general is following some protocol as far as the reason why they terminated your account. So don't blame them. You are not going to get very far if you're rude or aggressive towards the person you're trying to get your account back from. So I've seen that happen a few different times too. While I was doing my research, I heard the way they were talking to Instacart employees, and that's really not gonna fly, and you're never getting your account back if you are not acting in a professional manner. So even though I know it's probably very frustrating, don't let it show. You have to just tone it down a little bit. And I just want to say, and I know I've said this before, but if you are relying on your income from any gig, not just Instacart, But if you rely on income from gig work, you need to have more than one gig because things happen. And ultimately, Instacart is big business. All gigs are big business, and you're kind of low on the totem pole. So it is very possible that if they suspect you do anything wrong, you're going to lose your account. Unfortunately, that's just the way it works. You need to have a backup. Once again, make sure you look into Covert. I'll leave the link down below. That's gonna get your first month free. They're gonna help you with deactivation as far as that letter from a lawyer. There's also the income guarantee if you've lost wages due to a temporary account deactivation. And they also have the mileage tracker, which you need that anyways for tax purposes. That could also be beneficial if you need proof that you've delivered an order to a particular address. So cool. Thanks guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you soon.